Hey, what is up guys, OneStepUp here, and today I'll be showing you guys a modified version of the graveyard deck. The giant graveyard deck. So what I did was sub in the ice golem instead of the giant, and this brings down the elixir cost from 3.6 to 3.3, and I must say that this deck is actually working much better than the giant variation, just because it's really cheap and you're able to cycle to the graveyard much quicker, and instead of using graveyard like 3 or 4 times in a match, you're able to use it like more than that, like 4 or 5 times. So you're able to chip in much more damage. And with the rise of elite barbs and spellbait, the giant gets really easily shut down. So in main win conditions, obviously the graveyard. So I'll show you guys the first replay, and I must tell you guys, the defense that I did was insane. I'm not trying to praise myself, but I'll just show you an example here. So I start with the tombstone. That's the ideal start for this hand. And here it goes. So you put a Valkyrie somewhere in the middle, and that's an interesting play by him. So I put the Electro Wiz somewhere in the middle, just because it's gonna take more time for the Valkyrie to come to the middle than putting it in the side. So here I wanted to put the knight to tank, but I calculated in my head that yeah, those troops were gonna die before it reaches. So now I have the knight in hand, so I'll start with the knight behind, and he starts off with the ice wizard. The next card in my hand is obviously the tombstone. The tombstone will be the next play. You obviously cannot play the poison or the log on that ice wizard. So he splits barbarians, level 12 barbarians behind. I try to protect my Electro Wiz with the knight and the ice golem, and put a mega minion on the left side to take care of the barbarians. He put a rage plus mini P.E.K.K.A, and he has Valkyrie plus 1 barbarian left, so I needed to log that. I logged it, and Electro Wiz managed to survive, and just barely managed to survive, so it's not gonna get a hit on the tower. So trying to reset things here. He's ahead by 1 elixir, but I still did damage on his left side due to that mega minion. As soon as I reach 10 elixir, I'm gonna put my tombstone towards the right, just trying to put more pressure. And interestingly, he's switched lanes towards the left, and he does the same thing again, splitting barbs. I put my mega minion here, ice golem to tank, and also pull all the troops that he has. And I put the knight towards the right, and I knew the knight was gonna die, so I put the tombstone towards the middle. So his troops literally went from left to right, and that buys so much of extra time. So the mega minion was almost at full health, so I casted the graveyard, and it actually did quite a good amount of work. The tower is down to probably around 1400, yeah, 1490, and that's a good job done. So I'll pull all his troops with my ice golem, put my tombstone towards the right so that the Electro Wizard has a reach on them, mega minion to counter all he plays. I put a knight so that my Electro Wiz survives, and now I can put the graveyard because the big counter push is coming. I put the poison spell, and that does additional damage to a Valkyrie and a few barbarians. So I put the mega minion too, and he puts his P.E.K.K.A plus the rage. Sending in the P.E.K.K.A, mini P.E.K.K.A alone is not a good idea. So here I'm trying to wait for my graveyard again, because I have my mega minion plus my Electro Wiz, and I'll probably put my poison. Yeah, so the minions, they escape the poison, so only the Valkyrie, level 10 Valkyrie, is in the poison. So his tower is down to 576. He again goes with barbarians plus P.E.K.K.A. I put my mega minion, put my ice golem to pull. Electro Wiz behind the tombstone. So his big push just got shut down so easily. And now I think this is finally the last graveyard that I'm gonna play. So I put the poison preemptively, and look at him. He's He has his minions in hand, but he's not playing it just because I played the poison. And he just gave up. And that's GG. Really well played by me, I suppose. So now I'll show you guys a replay against Lava Loon player. And I know many of you have problems dealing with Lava Loon. And I know it's a really OP deck because if you misplace even one building, the balloon is going to get through and it's going to get to your tower, and that's going to do a ton of damage. So here the best starting hand that I had was the knight. I'll use the tombstone in the right to counter his one, and he fireballs, so he gets my knight plus the tombstone. And here I'll use the graveyard because the knight has over half health, and here I'll use the poison just to kill those minions, get damage on tower plus kill those minions, so it's kind of worth it. He plays a naked balloon. Not really the best idea because I wasn't that low on elixir, so one mega minion was enough to take it down. But the bomb explosion did around 280 damage. And here again, reset things. I'll start with the knight. And here I come to find out that he's a lava hound player. So I rush opposite lane with the ice golem plus graveyard, and I'll cast my poison spell to kill all his skeletons and his mega minion. He's forced to zap, and my knight, he ignores my knight just because he didn't have enough elixir. And I'll defend my mega minion by putting my knight in front. So that was a good play. And now put another ice golem to tank for the lava pups plus few minions. And up until this point I'm still much ahead on damage. His left tower is down to 975. That's a lot. Did that knight alone do that much damage? That's insane. So here I didn't play my tombstone because I knew he had his balloon. So I wanted to save that for his balloon. He literally suicided his skeleton army in the poison. And I play my mega minion, and finally he puts his balloon. So now I put my tombstone. Ice golem to distract his minions and his mega minion. And now the electro whiz to stun his balloon. Mega minion shuts down the balloon completely, so it does not get a single hit off. And the knight plus one skeleton is gonna take that tower down. And now all I needed to do was defend. So I'll log all those things out. And now I'll use my tombstone to pull the lava hound. Ice golem to stop those minions and the mega minion. Use the electro wizard on that. Mega minion towards in front of the tower to protect it from the lava pups. And just a tombstone there for precautions, and that's a good game, well played. So those were two replays that I wanted to show, and now we're gonna jump into some live battles and let's see how we do. And y'all can probably learn from live battles much better because you can actually see where I place my troops and when I drop them in what elixir. So here on tombstone. Wow, level 13 Royal Giant. Okay, so I use my knight plus electro wizard. Why isn't he backing up his Royal Giant? I'm forced to use a mega minion too because if I don't, his Royal Giant is probably gonna get like 2-3 more hits. So mega minion probably gonna get hit one hit. No. His fire spirits completely shut it down. Electro Wiz gets off 2 hits, and that's pretty good. And here I'm planning to go aggressive because I have enough for the ice golem, graveyard, and also the poison if he has minions. That was a slight misplacement by me. So that's gonna be a value poison. I'll use my tombstone right now to distract his lead barbs. And now I can use the knight here. Boom, to pull his lead barb. I could have used my mega minion, but obviously I knew he was gonna zap, so it was much safer to use the knight instead. So he plays his electro wizard, and I'm gonna play my Mega Minion on top. Boom. That's cool. Let's wait and see what he plays. Yeah, he plays Royal Giant, so I'm gonna play Ice Golem in front and then Electro is behind. I'll push his Royal Giant behind with his Tombstone. And his Royal Giant got redirected, so pretty good. Now I'm gonna wait. Why is he saying good game? I'll use a knight here. Now the graveyard, and I'm just gonna put the poison just because he's gonna play his minion horde. Yeah, so I'll pull with the Ice Golem. Use Mega Minion here. He placed his minions really well though. Wow. I'll use Electro Whiz. Now Tombstone to push that giant back. Let's use the log too to push his Royal Giant. And his tower's down to 547. All I need is another graveyard plus Ice Golem. I'll play the Mega Minion. Play the Tombstone. I hope he does not zap it, please. I'm gonna die. Don't zap it. Okay, now I'm forced to use my poison. Use the log. Use the knight. I think that's a good game. That was really tough. It was a max level Royal Giant, so not really easy to counter that. So yeah, level 13 Royal Giant, level 12 Elite Barbs, level 12 Minion Horde. Wow, that's a huge difference in card levels. So let's jump in the second live match and hopefully turn this into a win. And I don't want to face another level 13 Royal Giant. That's going to be so tough to deal with. So I'm going to start with the Tombstone. Okay, that's unfortunate. I wanted to place my Tombstone towards the right. Now I cannot tank. So I'm forced to play my Electro Biz in the right side. And I'm gonna play Ice Golem right now. Play Graveyard aggressively. And it's gonna be a good poison. Boom. Why did he place the Tombstone over there? So here I probably need to log. Boom. So Electro Biz gets one hit. That's okay. So the next time I'm gonna place my Tombstone towards the right. Okay, now I'm gonna place it towards the left because he placed it towards the left. Please tank, please tank. Okay, that's cool. I'll use my Ice Golem. Okay. Graveyard. And he's gonna play his Witch again. He plays his Tombstone. Cool. Don't even have a zap or a log. That's dealing insane amount of damage. Tower's down to... Now I'm forced to log this. We're still up on damage though. I'll play Tombstone towards the left right now to defend against those Fire Spirits. Why is he constantly switching lanes? That's interesting play. I'll play my Electro Whiz behind. And now I'll tank for everything using Ice Golem. And now I'm back to my graveyard, and that is why it's so quick to cycle. Now I can have a value poison with that Furnace, getting that Witch too. So here I'm gonna log. Tank with my Knight. Put the Ice Golem here. Mega Minion to counter his Electro Whiz. And by the time the Knight crosses, I'm gonna have my graveyard up. So that's pretty cool. I'll use my poison once he plays his Witch. Why isn't he playing his poison? I mean his Witch. So I can play my Tombstone defensively. Log everything back. Put the Ice Golem here to tank. And I think I'm just one poison away, so I'm just gonna use the poison. 7 seconds remaining, and tower is gonna go down now. Yeah. So that's GG, well played. I'm sorry if I couldn't commentate that well, I was just trying to concentrate in the game. And that is it for today's video. I hope you guys learned something from this. Please feel free to comment down below if you need any other help. And don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button. I'm OneStepUp and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.